What's going on today? It's a crime. So many choices, so little time. Streaming services, too many to choose.
Hey y'all, it's Joefer here, the cranky old gay guy. So today it is raining. It's kind of bright, but it's gloomy and it's raining. And that's all I'm going to say about the weather right now because I don't want to bring anybody down. Okay, today we're going to be talking about streaming services. That's right, the plethora of services you have at your disposal should you decide to subscribe to each. We have the traditional Netflix, but before we go on to the streamers, for years it was just broadcast TV, the 4 stations, and then you had some UHF stations you could pick up, which were usually shopping channels or religious channels, kind of like community radio, but they were for profit. Just little independent stations broadcasting their signal. And then we move on to cable. Cable. Used to be a good thing, but then they just keep increasing the number of channels, which are channels that no one wants to watch. And then they justify price increases by bringing in all these crap stations that have these crap channels that no one wants. But, we're giving you 100 channels, so we have to charge you more. Baloney. And cable prices go up and up and up and up and up. Or they give you a teaser. It's like subscribe to HBO and, 99 cents a month for the first 3 months. And then it jumps to $20 or so. And they don't tell you, or they don't remind you like they say they're going to. And it's automatic renewal. It's always an automatic renewal because they know that a lot of people are going to let it slip their mind and then they're going to get hit with that big thing. And that has happened to me. And what's happening right now is that the sun just broke through the clouds. It's coming through the window. It's reflecting off the floor and it's almost putting a spotlight on me. It's very dramatic, don't you think? But it will come and go. So what I'm going to do is just move back a little bit. Yeah, so I'm going to sit in the shadow for a bit until the sun disappears or gets covered or something. Anyhow, at one point when I had cable, it went from $99, which was internet and cable together. It went up $25 and then another $25. Within a year, it was $215. And I saw that. It was like, whoa, I have to cancel. And I canceled. Or you would go in and you would cut your service. So rather than get the 40 channels that now doesn't exist and it's 100 channels because they just keep upping it on you, you go back to just 40 channels. You would get the basic networks, maybe MTV, maybe Sci-Fi, and then the rest is all a higher package. And that was before there was high-speed internet, affordable. I mean, they've had fiber for a while, but it was almost $200 a month. Now I have fiber, and it's $50 flat rate for as long as I keep it, supposedly. Back on track. Boy, it's hard for me to stay on track, isn't it? Anyhow, I got rid of that, and everything I do is streaming now. So I started with YouTube TV. When it came out, it was $25. $25. That was great for the first year. And then it went up to $39, and then $49, and then $59. And now it is $69, or it actually might be higher. It might be $72.99 or something now to have YouTube TV. And again, it started with just like 20 or 30 channels, and now there's 100 plus. Again, channels I don't want, I don't need, but it's also the cheapest package that they have. So you could go higher and add sports stations, which I wouldn't watch if you paid me. And that would add another $40, I think, a month to the package, which is crap because the whole idea of streaming is to stream the service. You don't want packages. That's what they're following, the whole cable model. And it's not just them, it's all the stations. When I first signed up, before I signed up for YouTube TV, I tried out Hulu because it was live broadcast, just like YouTube TV. But it was pretty limited and it wasn't worth the price. It was more than YouTube TV, which was $25 at the time. So I got rid of that and went to YouTube. Since then, Hulu has really increased what they offer. And a lot of that, I believe, is because now they're owned by Disney, who also owns ABC. So they're pushing ABC programs. Is it ABC? I don't know. Yeah, Hulu's ABC. Yeah. Anyway, it's I think $20 a month to have Hulu. I don't have it. Well, I shouldn't say that. I bought it during a Amazon 99 cents a month sale, and I have it through the end of November. But since that time, my password quit working. And now, whenever I go to the site or try to open the app, it says the Disney plus Hulu package, and I can't have access to it because I am not a Disney Plus or a Disney subscriber, because they have merged with that. Now, I've tried to get a hold of customer service. I've gotten nowhere. The app doesn't let me do anything. I entered every conceivable email I might have used to sign up, thinking, well, maybe I didn't go through Amazon, but it's not there. So I went back to Amazon, went through subscriptions. It's not listed there. Um, in the past, when I've done like a promo, like when I did for HBO originally, again, I think it was $1.99. You couldn't open the app and use it. You had to go through Prime, and then it would be listed as one of your things. Now I've opened Prime and I can't find Hulu on there as a service at all. So I don't know. It expires in a month. Is there anything on Hulu I really want to watch? I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. Paramount Plus, which was CBS All Access, and it was just crap back in the past before Star Trek came on. But right now, Star Trek's not playing, so it'd be best just to get rid of it until shows come back on that I want, and then try to go in at Christmas and get the 99 cents a month for a year plan or whatever they have there. HBO has jumped to, I believe, $16.99 a month. Um, that's HBO, and Paramount Plus, I think it's $7.99 or $8.99. And again, I don't see anything on there. The only thing I've been watching on that channel is Tulsa. What's it called? It's that Sylvester Stallone series, Tulsa Tulsa King. It's called Tulsa King, and the show's not bad. Sylvester Stallone's not a great actor, and the amount of work he's had done to his face is Joan River quality bad. I mean, he's got filler and implants, and his face just, oh my God, they're always closing in on it, and it's just a mess. You would think someone of his stature and money could get that repaired. And again, it's just looks. He's always had kind of the fallen, sleepy face, but now it's sleepy with big old cheeks that stick out here and here and here and lumps, and it's not a pretty picture. Also, I fault that show because they have, well, product placement is everywhere, but they had an artist as a product placement, and it made absolutely no sense. He owns in the show, Sylvester Stallone is a gangster in Tulsa, and he has a casino. And everyone comes up to him and says, was it casino? Yeah, it wasn't the casino. He has a weed shop too. He forced his way into the weed business. And the weed shop they have also has a recording studio booth in there, so people get high and then they can go do karaoke numbers or something. Um, and he's in this episode, and everyone's coming and go, oh, you got to talk to this guy. Jelly Roll's here. And he goes, who's Jelly Roll? Who's Jelly Roll? And he is introduced to Jelly Roll, and he goes, so you're a janitor here? And Jelly Roll said something about he's at work and he's just trying to do his thing. And they put him in the booth, and Sylvester Stallone's going, yeah, he's just a janitor. And Jelly Roll went in, and he did about 30 seconds of his hit song, which is about alcoholism, I think, and being in recovery. And Sylvester Stallone's talking to his people. It's like, oh, you set me up. He's a bringer. You set me up. And Jelly Roll disappeared. That scene ended. You never saw him again. It was like, what was the point of putting him in the scene at all? It had nothing to do with the story. It was strictly product placement, and the product was his song. It was just really, really stupid. And that's all I've been watching on Paramount. I can't say that's not true. The new series of Frasier, season 2 or 3, I did watch whatever's available right now on that. But what gets me cranky about these services is that they continually, much like cable, increase their prices. It's like, stop. Give me what I paid for originally. And rather than increase the price, if you want to add more channels, give another tier and let people buy into that, but don't increase the tier that I'm on. I'm happy with the movies that are there and the original series that are there. I don't need, the whole back catalog of CBS to be available to me. If I do, I can pay for that tier, or I can go look for the episodes or the shows I want and purchase them for $1.99 a piece or whatever. So please revise your system. I know you're there to make money, but you're really screwing over the viewer, your customer. Okay, back to streamers. Netflix. Back in the day, I used to subscribe and get DVDs sent to the house. Oh, those days were something. You would sign up and it was like $10 a month and you could have up to 4 in that month. Or originally it was unlimited, but you can't have one out until you turn the other one in. So there was usually a 4-day period between when you send it in and you get a new disc because of the mail system. And that it would do that for about a month, and then suddenly everything would slow down. So the maximum you would ever get in a month would be 4 movies, because people were just using it, and every 2 or 3 days they were ordering a new movie and sending another one back, so there was always something to watch. Well, Netflix screwed that over. They also raised their prices. Now, they've gotten rid of the DVD thing entirely, I believe. And Netflix as a viewing service, I like. I don't like the fact that I think it's $15.99 a month. Is it value? It depends on the time of the year. Sometimes there's things on Netflix I watch, and there'll be 8 shows that I'm following. And then there'll be periods where there's nothing. And the movies that they've been putting out lately are absolute schlock. It's like the story and the stereotype is that, oh, Netflix will buy everything. You have an idea? Sell it to Netflix. They'll make it into a movie. Because for a long time they were just putting up crap. Absolute crap. That has been pulled back now. And now they're putting up, if you're a comedian, they seem to give every comedian who has X amount of followers their own hour-long comedy special. And I listen to different comedians on podcasts, and some of them can't, they're great, and they can't get a show on Netflix. They don't get a comedy special. Why? Because they don't have 1 million followers on Twitter or Instagram or whatever. And I just don't understand the methodology that places like Netflix use, because they've got some great shows. They have some independent series, but why don't they stick with the good stuff and quit bringing us reality TV programs? They bring in, all of the streamers do this. They bring in old reality shows, cooking shows, dating shows, and put them on, and they say, new. Well, it might be new to that stream, but it's not a new show. So that's misadvertising, and it's upsetting when it says there's something new and you go to it, and it's not new at all. It's just new to them. HBO does this with South Park. When South Park was on Comedy Central for 20 plus years, great. Same with Rick and Morty on the Cartoon Network. I think it was the Cartoon Network. I think they might call it something else after dark. Yeah, in the evening, if it was more of an adult thing, the network changed its name to something else. But anyway, Rick and Morty, I watched it all when it aired. And then it comes out on HBO and it says, new season, brand new episodes. And I go to it, and it's not. It's an old season that has already aired a year or two ago. It's just new to HBO. So again, please stop advertising something as new and fresh when it's not. It's just a rehashed mess, or it's something that I've already seen. I feel the same way about movies. If you need to do streams and you don't want to spend any money and you have a smart TV, download the app like Tubi. You're going to get commercials, but you do get movies. Are they first run? No. They're a year to 20 years old. Um, a lot of services will say, we offer you all of this. There's always something to watch. Well, yes, unless you want to watch something new. Because Crackle and all of the free services, it's all old movies. Okay, so we talked about Hulu. Outrageously expensive for what you get. Oh, Apple TV. Yeah, they have original shows and, they win awards, but I've never had an Apple TV account and I refuse to pay for another streaming service. Disney Plus, I don't have that either. Again, I don't want to pay for another service. I'm going to stick with HBO for a bit. Paramount Plus, when it runs out, when its trial period runs out, I'm getting rid of it. Hulu, like I said, I don't have access to it anyway, so when that runs out, it's over. Stars, I got for 99 cents a month during Prime days. I got hit with a $9.99 charge. I called them and canceled. And then they said, "Why are you canceling?" And I said, "Because it's too expensive for what you get. You get like one or two series that you like, and then you get 100 series." And I'm saying series that you've never even heard of before, unless you're a Stars member, that I would never watch. They're all pretty much street thug television shows. And it's like, I want something more than that. I signed up when Mary and George was on, and that show was kind of a disappointment. It was previewed as really good. The first episode or two was good, and then it really got boring. And that's a retelling of historical Mary and George, English Queen Mary. Well, she was a queen. She really wasn't a queen. She was a hooker who married wealthy men, and her son was the boyfriend or lover of King Edward. Anyhow, I signed up, and then I get hit with this, so I stopped. And then they say, "Well, would you stay if we gave it to you for 99 cents a month for the next year?" So I said yes. Because, I also liked P-Valley when it was on, but who knows when that's coming back. They had 2 seasons. That was, I thought it was a really, really cool program. It was almost Tyler Perry-ish, but the writing was much better and the acting was much better than anything you see on a Tyler Perry show. I'm looking forward to that coming back. It says it's coming back. Now, Down in the Valley, which is kind of a holdover in between seasons, they had the star who plays Uncle, what is his name? Uncle Clint? Clever? Clemons? Anyhow, he's in a convertible and he's driving through the South, visiting, because P-Valley it stands for P-U-S-S-Y, Valley. And it's about a strip club run by a transsexual man or transsexual woman, they, because I don't think that he wants to become a woman. Anyway, and his rapper lover who's on the down low, and the women that dance there and the troubles they have and the crimes that are committed, etc., corruption, all of it comes into play. Anyway, Down in the Valley is him driving through the South, visiting the real P-Valleys. So he goes to strip clubs, sex shops, he visits some gay rappers, and it's okay, but it's not great. It's not great, and it's not pretty. At least on P-Valley, you get a lot of attractive things to look at. The Down in the Valley thing, not so much. I'm going to pause because I'm getting a phone call. Just a moment. Well, the phone call's over, and let's get back to this. We just talked about P-Valley, which was on Stars, I think. And then we're going to talk about, oh boy. Let me talk about what made me cranky a while back was RuPaul's Drag Race. Because I started watching it, and originally it was on VH1, and then it jumped to MTV, and then back to VH1, and then At the All-Star season, you had to be on Paramount Plus, which I wasn't. And then I think it went back to VH1 for 2 seasons. And then suddenly I couldn't find it anywhere. And it's because it had jumped over to Disney. I mean, drag queens on Disney? Come on, please. And I don't subscribe to that, so I didn't see it. I have since seen everything because it's gone on network television as repeats. And when I say network, I mean like VH1, which is just part of my streaming package, which I don't really want the package. But it's the cheapest package I have if I want to have anything local or anything that's airing live. Not that I watch a lot of live things, that's true. But it would be nice if each network, this is what I would like to see as far as streaming goes. Every local station should have its own app so you can open up the app and watch live whatever's being broadcast on that station. Now, it would be free, but it would have commercials just like regular commercial TV. But you wouldn't have to subscribe to a service. You wouldn't have to subscribe to a network. You wouldn't have to have a cable hookup. You would just have to have the internet. Now, why can't they do that? They could make money on that easily because now they're not only selling their channel to all of these streaming services and cable, they're also getting all the ad revenue from this app. So do that. And I think the networks should do the same thing. And when I say the networks, don't just have an NBC app that just plays NBC, repeats of NBC News, okay? Have an NBC app that broadcasts live, pick your time zone. Or just don't pick a time zone. Have everything come out of New York. So we're 3 hours difference here on the West Coast, but we would see what's happening live. They would still have commercials and things just like they would at their local station because the NBC app, when they do a national broadcast and you're seeing it on your TV, it's most likely coming through a local branch of that. It wouldn't have to be that way. Local branches could have their own apps if you wanted to do that, but on the national level, NBC, I'm sure, has a broadcast that goes on all day long. And a lot of it is probably programs that are syndicated, so local stations record them and then play them back later at, if it, say it comes on at noon, they're going to play it at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. That's what I would like to see. I would like to see that with every station and every broadcaster, same with every radio station. Some radio stations have apps where you can listen live. Some don't. I think that they're probably all pretty affordable now, especially for radio, as far as having an app that just sends your signal out. And I believe you could probably do it for free on some of these. With the video apps, there might be a cost, but it's not for storage so much. I think it's just for designing the app. But you could get one app designed and then sell it to broadcast stations across the country. Whoever makes that app is going to make a lot of money, okay? And it's going to save the consumer a lot of money because, yeah, I have to go from app to app to see whatever's on that station, but that would be like turning a channel. And I wouldn't have to subscribe to a service. I wouldn't. And the app, again, would be free because the broadcaster would be paying the app developer for it or leasing it, so they pay a monthly rate or whatever. And then the TV station makes money from the ads. And think about that. Think about how happy your viewers would be if we didn't have to subscribe to streaming services, but instead we could just open an app and watch your programs. Wow, this took a tangent, didn't it? Because we were talking about streaming services, and now we're talking about broadcast streaming services that don't exist, as far as I know. I know that you can go to let's say Coin TV here in Portland. You can stream them online, but all you're going to get are the news programs. You don't get everything that is broadcast on that station. So that's not what I'm looking for. When I tune into a station, I want to see what's on right now. Okay? Given I think the majority of people who watch live TV, that is, watching it as its first broadcast, is an older population. I'm older, but very few things I watch live when they're on the air. Last night I did watch live High Potential, which is a new show on ABC this season. And it's just because I wanted to watch it, but it doesn't come on until 10. And I was watching something else until like 10:15. So then I jumped over and then I just sped through the first 15 minutes of commercials to watch the show. And then I had to wait. You know, you get your 6 minutes of TV, you get your 4.5, 5 minutes of commercials, and then back and forth. Hate it, but that's how I would watch live TV. And occasionally I would watch live TV if there's a local story. Let's say a plane crashes in the city. I might turn on the local channel to see what's going on. But if you're broadcasters, if you just get an app specific to your station and broadcast whatever is coming from your station at that moment in time, that's what the consumer wants. So get on that. Okay, I got to wrap this up. It's getting kind of long. I will see you all tomorrow. And the subject will be, I don't know yet. I really don't know yet. So I guess we're going to have to wait and see. But I will see you then. Bye-bye.
Why does every company need to get on board? Each try to pry your money away. Oh my, oh good Lord. This show is on that app, another's over there. I'm pulled in all directions, but they don't seem to care. What's going on today? It's a crime. So many choices, so little time. Streaming services, too many to choose, all at a price. Our money we lose.